Hello and welcome everyone to another episode. Yes, so what we're going to do is we have the radial decoupler unlocked, so this is going to bring a lot more fun to the game as far as things I want to do. And yeah, so the one thing I'm going to mention right now as well is if you want to name my rocket, because this is going to go back because he said to name it as long as we're not in orbit, so this will be, what did I name my previous stuff? Oh, Craft. Yeah, that just works. So this will be Craft 4. So you guys can feel free to send me names, or not send them, but leave them as a comment. I always read my comments, so if you want to name a rocket, feel free. If you have some kind of designs as well that you want to send to me, the one thing I will mention is I have a subscriber submissions, so if you have some kind of a rocket you want me to fly, or some kind of a plane that you built that you want me to test out, feel free to do that. That will be under the subscriber submissions. It's always open. It's an ongoing thing. So that is kind of where that lies. And I have to thank everyone that has been giving me tips and helping me out with all of this. I probably wouldn't continue on with a lot of this because I probably would be making way too many mistakes. So we'll save this as Craft 4. I'm going to add on just a few engines here. These will be, just some basic engines. I'm thinking of adding on just one more. I don't know. I mean, why not? Whatever. 3 plus this. That's looking pretty good. So what we'll do, I don't know if I should do this one way or the other. I'm thinking of having just these 3 engines fire, and then the center fire, and then I think I'll just stick with that, to be honest. I think that will work out better. So I'll just put this in the center. Yeah, that works. So we'll save it, and I'll see you on the launch pad. So Craft 4, amazing stuff. Let's see what you got. Yeah, I think I should have maybe decided on, basically putting this engine on as well, but I'm not going to do that right now because I don't really feel like editing the staging right now. It's whatever. It works. So we'll definitely make it to orbit. This will be a second orbital trip. We'll do some science on the way up, since basically we will be getting rid of most of the stage and we'll be replenishing our battery pretty quickly. So the more engines you have, the more electric you produce, so that kind of is a good thing, because then you can just keep doing your experiments over and over. The one thing I will be doing eventually is taking a ground sample of Kerbin, and that will really help out a lot. But we need to do it where we land with enough electrical charge, so hopefully with this rocket maybe we'll get far enough to where it will allow us to do that. So, we're kind of going past the speed that we shouldn't be going past. Just put this down to 200. It's looking amazing. This rocket design is working out pretty well. I mean, for a very basic rocket, it does its job pretty freaking well. I'm thinking we're gonna probably end up doing a few more orbital trips in the coming episodes, and then we're gonna, if I can unlock either satellites, depending on what it is, either we'll start doing orbits of Kerbin, like very far orbits, possibly maybe even lunar orbits, then possibly exploring and checking out other things in the game. I'm not 100% certain, but maybe we'll be able to get that ground sample at least this episode, so that will really help out, probably. This rocket isn't 100% stable, which I'm not liking. We need to really nose up a little bit, get this thing through the atmosphere. and it's mostly not stable because we have like basically no SAS module to control it other than whatever's built on in the ship. So that kind of makes things a little bit harder, but I think we're getting close to unlocking an SAS module. I'm not sure. I know it's in one of the science tech trees in the very beginning, like a very basic SAS module. I believe it's just the SES, not the ASAS, so... But I think they all operate kind of the same nowadays anyways, so it's not like how it used to be. I'm so used to putting those on every one of my ships too, and I know that you don't even have to put them on most of your ships now because they're built in. But I have just been predisposed to doing that every single time, so that's kind of where parts of me are like, you're such a noob. But hey, you know, when you're been used to doing it ever since you started playing the game, it's kind of hard to break an old habit. So kind of like somebody mentioning how I always say RCS and SAS, and I interchange them on a constant basis. It's not because I'm like some kind of noob. It's just because it's a habit. It's kind of like when you're talking, if you have like two dogs, which I used to have two dogs. One was Zoe, one was Zuki, and, you know, you would call Zoe Zoki, wow, there I go, already. You'd call Zoe Zuki, and Zuki Zoe. So it's always kind of like, you're like, hey, Zuki, come here, I mean, Zoe, come here. So let's see, yeah, everything looks good. See you later. Alright, well, we have almost achieved an orbit again. So I'm gonna do another little sciencey experiment here. I think we should get some decent value out of this science experiment, since we've already done it at least once. But I think we'll be okay with that. So this last burn here should probably replenish everything that we got as far as the power consumption and everything else. I'm really waiting on these solar panels right now. It's really driving me nuts that we don't have them. So, let's see. Alright, we have achieved orbit. Perfect. Yeah, that's looking good. Just got a nice low Kerbal orbit. And I'm not going to do... Actually, I could do an EVA. That would be kind of cool. So, we'd be able to actually send the crew report this time. And then I think we'll end up deorbiting. Let's see. I could send a crew report. Yeah, I'll do that. 5 science added. That is amazing. Let's do an EVA. And then we're going to try to take a ground sample on our way back. So let's turn this jetpack on and, oh my god, what are you doing? Amazing stuff. Yeah, I always go to click resources even though you can't actually view it as a resource, so. This is all we can do for right now, so we'll take our EVA report and we'll store the data. And we'll get back to our ship. Come on. There we go. Hop in. Hop in. Let's go. So I'm going to do one full orbit around again, and this time I'm going to start my burn a little bit ahead of time. That way we actually come down closer to the Kerbal station, or the Kerbal launch facility, and that should be the end of this mission so far. The one thing I will try to do also is basically try to take a ground sample. If we have enough power at landing, that will probably work out pretty well. So I think I'm going to start my burn right here. It's looking pretty good. And I'm going to send out this data right now that we have stored. We'll send that, and we'll start up our engine. Perfect. And hopefully our engines will actually have enough power. I'm just going to keep burning this engine until we have basically 100% power. And it looks like we have 100% already, so I think what I'll do is do a few more experiments. We'll get a lot more data saved up, and this will really help out a lot, actually. So fuel's looking good, everything's looking pretty good. And yeah, we're totally not even going to be close because of the fact I've been burning my engines. Let's see, I could just speed up. Yeah, that works. Whatever. They're probably like wondering on the ground, they're like, why do you keep burning your engines? I need power, man. Give me the power. Let's see. I'll do another... Ooh, we just entered the atmosphere. I don't know if that's a good thing. Let's see. Alright, yeah, do one more of those. Uh-oh. Looks like we're not going to have enough power to do the ground sample, but if we land above ground, I will take the sample as it is. And, you know, basically we'll go from there. That's all I can say. So get rid of that. Whoa, my God, that was crazy. There we go. Perfect. So once again, I'm just going to speed most of this up, and I'll see you once we get close to the ground. And we got a landing, guys. Amazing stuff. So what I'm going to do, since we actually have, you know, like, basically, you know, some kind of landing over land compared to the last one, I'll take a ground sample, and let's see, review sample. Okay, yeah. So what I'll do is just get back in the craft, and maybe when it gets recovered, just because we can't actually transmit it because it's being recovered, we can still use the data. I don't know about this, but let's see what we get. Amazing. So we got 32 science. I don't know if this is collective or if this is just for the mission itself, but this is what we got. Let's see, I don't think we can unlock really anything right now as of yet, which kind of sucks. So I'm probably going to end up having to do another launch, or at least trying to do something in order to obtain some more science, which I might try a few different things. And yeah, so it's a little upsetting. I kind of really wanted to get this battery going right now because the battery would help out a lot. So I'm kind of waiting on putting on these solid rocket boosters too as well. I really don't see the purpose, at least for right now, of adding them. You know, it really probably isn't that big of a deal. We're really held back by our power, so I think you guys can let me know. Not really too sure, but this is not a very good thing. I kind of expected to earn a little bit more science on this episode compared to any other one, but we did get a fair amount. So anyways, guys, if you like what you see here, subscribe. There's always more to come. To all you new people, welcome. And yeah, I will see you next time. Actually,